So packaged food in the Baltic countries suffers from two strong negative impacts in 2015. One thing is that the share of export going to Russia is big in those countries, and that means that manufacturers are hit hard by the embargo while there is a certain oversupply on the domestic markets. And that's just further fuel for all the price wars and all the discounting campaigns which are so common. Then there is declining population as another factor. Over the past 5 years, the total population in Latvia and Lithuania has declined by as much as 6 and 7%. That's a lot, yeah. And while total population decline is a problem in many Eastern European countries, still these declines are among the biggest in the entire region. In Lithuania or in Estonia, there is a slightly better situation with a 2% decline, but still it's far from good. So against this background of oversupply, price wars, discounting campaigns, and declining population, it's in fact all the more impressive that packaged food in the Baltic countries performs fairly well. For 2015, Euromonitor International expects current retail value growth of 3 to 4% for the Baltic countries. The positive performance is directly related to GDP growth in the Baltic countries. So post-recession recovery has been fast, and in the period since 2010, GDP growth is more than double of EU average for all three countries. The strong economies result in growing disposable incomes, and manufacturers are fast at exploring the potential for selling more expensive products and more non-essential products. This is evident in a certain premiumization in several categories. For instance, in dairy, we see how manufacturers expand the traditionally fairly restricted assortment of cheese in the Baltic countries, as can be seen, for instance, from the current boom in Parmesan-like hard cheese on the Lithuanian market. Bread is another category which is big enough to ensure that investments will pay off, and here we see manufacturers launch a lot of new products with seeds as an added value. Talking about the coming 5-year period, manufacturers should stay focused on added value, even if it's still just a minor part of the Baltic population which can afford premium products. Total Baltic population is expected to decline by a further 4%, and it's questionable as well if there will be an easy way out of all the discounting and the price competition. On the contrary, price competition is likely to increase when Lidl, most likely in 2016, will enter Lithuania, which is the biggest Baltic market in current retail value terms. Speaking more specifically, manufacturers should focus on trends such as premiumization, health and wellness, convenience, and snacking. These trends are still less developed than they are in Western Europe, but as an answer to the challenges that the Baltic markets will face, the coming 5 years seems to be the very right moment to exploit them.